is out trying to flex his muscles to some people that I don't think he should be in their neighborhood. But hey, we'll let him have his fun, and we'll see him when the next show happens. On this show, we always have, I think we have good topics, and we have great discussions about the impact of things that involve our communities, things like that. And with that being said, this topic is a topic that came to mind not by me, but actually by somebody else. And I have to say it was Gilbert Arenas. And I just want to, add my 2 cents to it. And it's jealousy and the black man. And I never really understood jealousy in the black man, but jealousy is a very common thing in the African American community. We always talk about the crabs in the barrel mentality, or leaving the door closed when we walk through it, things like that. But amongst black men, we've seen that the jealousy has really intensified, and it actually ends up to the point of people killing people. Black men die behind jealousy, from the shoes they wear, the color, the girl, the car. How many people die having the money showing, next thing you know they're dead? Jealousy has really destroyed the African American community, and more so the African American male. But the funny part about it is that it's so many levels, and one level that Gilbert Arenas and Tommy Sotomayor talked about was dealing with Kwame. And this is not a Kwame thing, but it's a good example. And Gilbert said he's jealous because he's seen people get rewarded for bad behavior when he's done everything right. And it made me wonder, is that a real part of jealousy in our community? Actually, I've come to understand it is. If you're not paying attention, I'm going to fill you in. There's this thing called the black manosphere. And it's a bunch of men who, I'm just going to say it, couldn't get women. They couldn't get women. I don't know why they couldn't get women. Maybe they wasn't focused on women when they were young. It is, who cares? It's life. They didn't get the woman that they wanted. And so now what they have done is they created a section of they created a little ecosystem of a lot of men, black men, who now have attitude towards other black men because those black men get women. Because those black men are doing stuff. And what they have done is they have called the men who are out here getting women Pookies and Ray Rays and, all that. And why, as black men, we feel like we have to tear down another black man to get respect? Why do I have to hear black men worry about what other black men are doing or not doing? Why are black men so involved with calling other black men simps? It's jealousy. Jealousy is not what we think it is. It's not this purple monster that's just sitting there like, eh. No, it's actually, it can manifest in different forms. When you are more concentrated on what somebody else is doing, that's a form of jealousy. And that's what we're seeing more so in our community amongst African American men. Men, we are at a point where we're getting jealous that we're tearing down each other without even thinking twice, not even caring. I never understood why black men are sitting here knocking other black men for their decisions. I don't care if Future wants to pregnate the whole world. It doesn't bother me. I just won't mess with the women he touches. That's just part of life. But the problem is that he's getting women that you want. You want these women. And you're mad that those women picked him and got impregnated by him. And you're jealous because you feel as though you could have done her better. Rightfully so. You probably could have. But she didn't want you. Why is that an issue? Because in the black community, especially amongst black males, we have done the worst at defining what malehood is, what being a man is. And that's one of the issues that we have, and that's why jealousy comes. That's why you see rappers dying over stupid stuff. Money, clothes, and women. We're killing each other over a block that we don't even own. The jealousy has infiltrated our whole section of African American men to the point that the identity, who we are, is so grayed out that we don't even realize that we're living somebody else's life. See, we're not meant to attack each other. As men, we're not meant to down each other. That's not of us. Like, no man should ever down another man. But you've seen it. High school, I can't believe she going with him. Or, the guy that'll go up to the girl and be like, you with him, you know what he does? You know what he's been doing? You know who he used to mess with? Well, why are you worried about it? Why are you mad? Why is that an issue for you? It should not be an issue. Live your life. Go out there and be happy. Find your woman. But you're so caught up in what you don't have that you don't appreciate what you do have. That's why I said we're living somebody else's life. As black men, we used to appreciate who we are, what we have, and what we could contribute to society. Now, if we don't have it and we see somebody else have it, we automatically wish death on them. These young guys are out here wishing death and actually executing death on people that they don't even know. But more importantly, the people that they do know, they're taking out. Jealousy has really become a weapon, or let me rephrase it. Jealousy has been weaponized to take us out more so than anything else. And nobody says anything about it. We don't talk about it. We talk around it. But no, we're going to talk directly to it. Black men, stop being jealous. Realistically, stop being jealous. Stop being jealous of the light-skinned guy. Stop being jealous of the dark-skinned guy. Who cares if they out there impregnating the world? Just be like, you know what? I wish them the best, and I hope they're there for their family. Black men, you have too much to live for. You have too much promise in you. You have too much to give to this world to allow jealousy to remove that from you. And that's what's happening. We have allowed jealousy to remove the goodness from us. We have gotten bitter. Never thought you'd hear a man say men are bitter. I'm bitter. How are we bitter? Isn't that a woman trait? Now we are out here harming each other, tearing each other down. When we should be uplifting each other, you should be another black man's cheerleader. The way society is, we should hold each other accountable and be each other's, I hate to say it this way, comforter. What does that mean? We should be supportive. When you see a black man, you should support that black man. Not saying that you support him if he's doing wrong. However, you can correct him without making it a public spectacle. You see it all up and down social media, black men attacking and destroying other black men. But I have no issues if it's an even playing field. I have issues when it's the hypocrisy behind it. But that's not what we're talking about today. We'll talk about that another day. There is an issue with black men where we feel like we cannot be in the same room with each other unless it's one that's greater than the other. But if we all have greatness in us, then our greatness is divided amongst us, that means everybody whose greatness comes together become greater. As black men, we have this there can only be one mentality. And if the spotlight's not on me, I don't want it on nobody. That's scary because that's what leads to death. That's why you have a lot of black men out here killing and proud of it. Think about this. A black man more excited and proud of killing another black man than he is killing a man that don't look like him, that's done something to his woman, his child, or his fellow brother. That's why you know jealousy is an evil thing. You are more excited that you killed somebody that looked like you. You will make a song about it. You'll make a YouTube video about it. You make sure, oh, you love tearing another black man down quickly. It's fantastic. You're riding how you like. But you will not have that same energy for someone who's coming to your community to ravage it. Someone who comes into your community and snatch a brother out and execute him. We're losing black men. We are. We're losing because no matter how many pictures we see on Instagram, black men can, or black men wearing brims, that's just a population that has not woken up to the fact that jealousy exists. The only way we could get strong and rebuild our community is if we remove the obvious. We have to remove that jealousy from us. We have to remove that jealousy out of our community. Black men, we have to start embracing other black men. We have to start supporting other black men, not just because we know them. That's the other issue. You only support who you know. How can you grow? I'll sit up here and be like, yeah, I support my man. Cool. But there's 10 other people that you could be supporting too, but you won't support them because you don't know them. So how can we grow financially? Or because y'all have a beef with them too. Do you know how many people who don't look like us have beef with each other, but they still know how to make money with each other? They'll sit there and make money with each other all day long and will not talk crap about the other one. Now, behind closed doors, it's a different story. But in public, we all spilling out in public. And here's the other part of jealousy in black men that's really getting very interesting. Is our need for attention, to be validated. When did a black man need to be validated? When did we need all this attention? When did these black people, or rather black men, need to have this silliness on social media to get attention? At one point in time, just being you was good enough. Now you competing with women. We got black men out here competing with women. They want to drop sex tapes. They want to sit around and be disrespectful during interviews. They want to be loud and obnoxious. They want to be flamboyant out there, just acting a fool, trying to get the same attention women get. Are black men jealous of women? Have we got to a point where a black man feels like he's in competition with his woman? Y'all want to do the same dances they do. You got black men in the gym now doing that little slow stop. That's a woman. Let the women have that. Let women be women. Y'all ain't got everything a woman do. You ain't got to do. Black men have pride. I'm not saying you can't have fun, But some of y'all be out there, look, y'all be competing with your women. I honest to God, and I had to look in the mirror and I say, well, Marshawn, are you competing with your wife? And I had asked myself that, are you competing with your wife? Are you jealous of your wife? Do you feel like she's getting more attention than you do, X, Y, Z? And I say, and if you feel that way, Marshawn, you really need to ask yourself, who wears the pants? Because men used to have a power about them where they didn't need the attention. They used to walk, and I used to wear arrogance with arrogance and a confidence that they didn't have. You just knew who they were. They didn't have to show you who they were. They didn't have to tell you who they were. They damn sure they didn't have to try to compete for your attention. But now we got men who are running to compete for attention, willing to do anything for it. I just think that as black men, we lost our way. As a whole, I'm guilty. I'll be the first to admit I'm guilty. There's some things I'll be like, you know what? As a man, I shouldn't have done that. As a man, I need to be careful with that. As a man, I need to make sure that I'm not competing. I don't have to compete. The tools that were given to me are the tools that were given to me. It's what I do with it that makes it work. Social media has destroyed black men. We black men say it's women, but no, it's actually black men. Y'all are out here tripping. Y'all acting a fool. Y'all want attention so bad, y'all willing to do anything. And that's the scary part, because now we're in that area where you can't tell a difference. I'm not saying, and I go back to this, there's nothing wrong with having fun. You go to a house party, men, we do funny dances at a house party, but then we go back to being normal. But when you are literally doing the same thing you see women doing, these challenges, why are you doing a challenge? You're a man. You don't need to do a challenge. Being a black man is being a challenge in America already. Why you got to walk on crates? Why you got to be in the mirror changing clothes with your girl? You don't have to do this stuff. You're a man. Let her have it. Let her have all the fun in the world, as long as it's respectful. But you don't have to compete with her. You don't have to do all the things she does. And I know a lot of men going to be like, how dare you say that? Who are you? You're right. How dare I say it, and who am I? I'm just a black man that has realized that if we continue down this rabbit hole, nobody will be telling us apart from the woman. And that has nothing to do with sexuality. That just has to do with actually, if they're doing something, we have to do it. And that's what scares me the most. That we have become a society of just jealousy. That you cannot have, whether or not I know it will fit me. I got that. You just can't be there. And as black men, we got to stop that. We should support other black men, and we should support our women and let them have their lane. We're black men. We can survive. We can live. More importantly, you're gifted. You don't have to do certain things. And that's all. Thank you to 2xposu.com, Daryl Ray. Thank you to all the other shows. William Coleman will be back in the building. Can't wait to see y'all on the flip side. Be blessed, and we are out.